And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, you're listening to the Melted Ice Talk, the Holland Beacon Hotline Show. Today we have Lee Melde, forward for the Holland Beacons, Tim McClain, goaltender for the Holland Beacons, and Jake Reed, Muskegon native and goaltender for the Holland Beacons. How are you guys today?
Good. Doing well. Staying healthy.
It's glad to have this thing on board and moving down the line, and something to get the fans acquainted with you guys with going into the 2020-2021 season. I guess we'll start. We'll get the fans to let you guys know a little bit more about you guys. Lee, we'll start with you, and we'll go in order. We'll Lee, Tim, and Jake in order of the response. How does it feel to be a part of the team?
Well, it's really exciting, especially when you have a new program. It's brand new. It's young. Getting to meet new players, learning new systems. It's just a really good chance to start something huge here in Holland, especially with the community. I know it's really tight-knit from what I've seen so far, so I'm looking forward to starting something new and meeting the community members and putting a good product on the ice.
That's great. Yeah, Lee, you're from Duluth, Minnesota, right?
Yeah, born and raised Minnesota.
Awesome. How about you, Timmy? How do you feel being a part of this Holland Beacons roster going into the 2020-2021 season?
It's definitely exciting, to be a part of a new program, just as Lee said, and to see where things can take off and get on board with the community is going to be massive, and it's just all around exciting, especially to meet a bunch of new guys, and the whole program is just phenomenal. I think it'll take off pretty neat.
Awesome. And Jake, you were kind of the underdog going into that camp, that third camp. When you're looking at it on the paper, how do you feel as you try to make that roster spot on the everyday ritual? I guess, how do you feel to be a part of this team?
It feels great. I'm looking forward to the new opportunity. Looking forward to getting the feel for semi-professional hockey and just the whole locker room vibe and whatnot.
Awesome. That's great. I'm glad you guys are looking forward to this upcoming season, as am I. We've seen a lot of guys throughout the years. They got a ritual they go through, and a certain mindset. I think one of the most infamous ones we have is James Neal. They covered that one in their trip to the Winter Classic. You guys, what is your guys' mindset during a pregame? You guys got any special rituals?
Well, I guess, we're creatures of habit with certain ways to practice and certain things to do before a game. I think if you keep it the same, go out there and stay loose. When you're having fun and you're loose, any athlete, any sport, that's when, you're playing your best. You're not tense, not thinking about it. So I don't really have any special rituals. I just try to keep it loose, keep it the same.
All right, Tim, you got any special rituals? I know goalies are a unique breed themselves.
Yeah, I definitely would say I get a little bit of a ritual. Throwing headphones in before the game, stepping out half dressed, and definitely getting a good old stretching with just the pads before you throw anything else on, and just keeping a good high energy vibe and keeping in contact with the boys. I think that's probably my biggest ritual that I have so far.
Awesome. What about you, Jake? I know you and I have played in a few games together. You're very superstitious back in the day.
I'm more along the lines of Jimmy. Minus the music, I like to get half dressed, and get out there and get a crisp inhale of that nice ice cold drink air, and just kind of get myself in the zone before a game.
That's great, and hopefully you guys can keep that in going to the preseason / exhibition season coming up, hopefully in the next couple of months. I know August was a date we have in mind. What do you guys say to the fans that are on the fence about having a semi-professional hockey team in Holland, Michigan?
I would say come check out a game. Don't make up your mind before the season starts. Come see a game and and you can see how you feel about it. I think we're going to put a good product on the ice and be something that everybody can enjoy. It's just a good sporting event that you can bring your family to. It's enjoyable, and I would just say come check out that first game.
All right, Tim, what do you got to say to the fans that are on the fence?
I'm definitely along the same lines with Lee. I think it's totally normal, and once we get the season popping off, we're gonna feel like we'll all get pretty close with the community, and we'll see where that all takes off, and hopefully it just warms them up even more, and they get more amped up and excited just as much as we are.
That's great to hear. And what about you, Jake? You got any bit of advice for these guys that are coming to support you guys going into this season? Any words of encouragement to get them out there?
From someone who grew up real close to the theory, and I used to go to all their little get-togethers and stuff. What we got going on here, it's going to be a lot reminiscent of the good old IHL, UHL days. Come check it out. It's a great time.
Awesome. And that IHL you're mentioning is the International Hockey League.
Yeah, good point.
It's all good. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good season, especially for the fans, coming into this thing. It's a whole new experience, never been done before. So I think they'll have a lot to look forward to, a lot of good talent coming in. And, in the case of especially Lee Melde for us here in Holland, we got guys from out of state that are in here playing. What do you guys feel is more important, a championship in year one or building a franchise for the teams in the future?
I think both are important, but I would probably put winning a championship in that first season. I think you're going to bring a lot of excitement to the community when you win the championship that first season. It's going to get a lot of people talking, and I think winning a first season is just like something what Vegas did. It really builds for the future itself. So for me, it's got to be winning first year.
That's great. Tim, what do you think? Do you think a championship in year one or building a franchise?
Oh, that's definitely a tough choice. But I definitely would have to go with building for a future. I feel like it's one thing if we can win a championship one year, but it's another if we can build a franchise to win continuous years and set up that platform that all the guys need coming into the new team and just proceeding to build with the community over time. But I definitely see Lee's aspect, and that would be absolutely amazing. But, that's the overall goal that we're aiming for, so let's hopefully we can take it this year.
That's great to hear. All right, Jake, you're the young gun on the team. You looking to win a championship and get a ring in your first season, or you waiting to see what you guys can pull out back-to-backs or more championships down the road?
It'd be great to win that ring the first year, but in the same aspect, it's better to build for the longevity. It's way better when you can say down the road, yeah, we didn't win the first year, but now we've got 3 rings in the last 6 seasons.
It's great to hear. It's a little bit of a toss-up between you guys and especially in the locker room at least. Who wants to? Some guys are going to be here long term. Some guys are like, let's win one now and build that base. It's good to hear. What are you guys looking forward to most about this upcoming season and being with the Holland Beacons?
Well, I love to play hockey. I'm just looking forward to getting out on the ice and meeting the guys. Excited for the new coaching staff to come in, see what they can do. Also looking forward to building a product on the ice and meeting the community members, and I guess really building that Holland Beacons brand here.
All right, Tim, what are you looking forward to this year? You've got a unique scenario. You've been out of off the ice for a few years now due to some injury problems, but you're back. I think the conversations we've had, you've talked about it. You're ready to be here. You're glad to be here. What are you looking forward to most about being back on the team?
Oh, absolutely. I'm pretty excited to be healthy for a hockey season, bringing in the energy that we can bring in with all the guys that we got, and being able to be a part of a new program and a coaching staff and a new team, especially a new organization, especially the league on top of that. feel like it's going to be massive being able to play with guys from out of state and seeing where the opportunities will take each and every one of us and being able to help the guys and just seeing when teams take off and what new has to come.
Great. And Jake, you got some big things looking forward to looking up for you this season coming into this. What are you looking forward to most?
Mine's just got to be getting that locker room feel, man. That's always one of the most interesting things about playing with a different team, and especially at this higher level that I'm not used to playing in. It's going to be a fun time just to see how other people are like in that kind of atmosphere.
That's great to hear. So this whole COVID-19 thing that's kind of kept us all out of the rink for a little bit. This is kind of a surprise question for you guys. What are you guys doing now in the off season to prepare for the upcoming season and getting in shape and getting building team camaraderie, looking into the exhibition season?
Oh, I think the most important thing you can do right now is stay loose. Make sure that you're doing something. I know it's easy for guys when it's the off season to just fall back into bad habits and sitting around, but I think just grabbing a stick and a golf ball is good enough. Go out there, get the hands going. Maybe you need to go out for a little cardio, do a workout. Myself, I'm just trying to stay active as much as possible with everything that's going on. And even if that means going for a walk today or going for, rollerblading and taking the stick and ball out, I think it's the best thing you can do is just do something to stay loose.
Right on there. What about you, Tim? What are you doing during this whole quarantine and lockdown to be able to prepare yourself mentally and physically for the upcoming season?
A lot of it is definitely staying healthy. Lots of running, definitely lots of stretching for mobility and agility. That's massive for me. But so far, I would say camaraderie with the boys and making sure and getting some guys out to run, even though they don't like to run. Just getting the switch, the ignition going in some of the boys that aren't used to running as much. It's absolutely massive.
Awesome. Jake, what about you? I mean, got any off-season workouts and off-season training sessions you've been working on while we've been under quarantine?
My main thing's just been a little bit of stretching, as Timmy said, keep them loose, and just a little bit of basic cardio, run around the block every now and then, and just finding something to do to not sit on the couch and get stiff all day.
Awesome, great to hear. Taking suggestions for the second episode of this installment here going into the season. You guys got any teammates you guys think should be on the show next?
Myself? No, honestly, I think it'd be nice to get this COVID out of the way so I can meet some of the teammates so I can give you a better answer right now.
That's a fair enough response. I mean, what about you, Timmy? You think can you name one of your teammates that you think should be on the show next?
Oh yeah, I definitely I've been running with Mike and Ryan, so I feel like they would definitely be ready to be on the show. They got quite a bit of input for the team as well, and they're pretty excited as much as I know of running with them and being able to push myself as far as they can run is just absolutely incredible.
Great to hear that. It's good that there's some team camaraderie for everybody and some chemistry being built on the off season during these trying times. Jake, do you have anybody that you think should be our next guest on the show?
I'd have to say good old Drew Roper. We've got a lot of experience together, and as I'm sure a few people will know, we used to do a podcast together, so he's got a great voice for it.
Absolutely. Well, I think I speak for everybody in the front office, all the way down to the guys that do game day operations. We thank you guys for coming on board and answering a few of our questions.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a pleasure.
All right, for everybody here with the Holland Beacons, I'm Matthew Spoolhoff. This was the Melted Ice Talk, the Holland Beacons Hotline Show, and we are out.